welcome to a new vlog. Got some coffee. A little bit of a late start today because my computer work actually took way longer than I anticipated this morning. I was doing description boxes and metadata, that sort of thing, and all the typing part, all the background stuff. Now I'm editing the video, just the description box, mostly making thumbnails. That is oddly very time consuming. But anyway, we're doing some skincare. I'm just doing my usual skincare that I've been doing the last couple of weeks, or a few weeks. That is usually listed and linked down below. But moisturizer don't use. I think I'm gonna use this one. My skin's been feeling really dry lately. I don't know what's going on there. I wonder if it's because I started incorporating setting spray a lot more. Because I know these can definitely dry your skin out. Always second ingredient is alcohol. But then it's also got niacinamide and castor oil. So it's definitely trying to combat the dryness with a lot of the ingredients. But the second ingredient on this, the Milani Make It Last, is alcohol. So I think we're going to just not use this every single day. This is definitely giving me some surface dryness. Because it's been very pronounced since I incorporated this into everyday makeup, because I just kind of forgot about setting sprays for a little bit there. But anyway, yeah, second ingredient, alcohol. But further down on the list, you do have castor oil, watermelon fruit extracts, and yeah, so there's a little bit like good stuff in here, but it's just not enough to counteract that alcohol, because alcohol is incredibly drying. Like, there's no way around that. And being so high on the ingredient deck, if it's like really low down on the ingredient deck, sometimes it's in there to help the product work, and there's a reason it's in there most of the time. But when it's like high on the deck, it can dry your skin out. It most likely will dry your skin out, even if you're a little bit oilier. It's going to cause some surface dryness. It's just science. So yeah, I think that's definitely what has made my skin a little surface dry, because it's been flaky, right? That's why I don't use hairspray with alcohol in it, or at least make sure it's really low on the ingredient deck. Like I use this one here, which is an alcohol-free hairspray from Pantene, and this has incredible hold. The difference with an alcohol-free hairspray is they take a little bit longer to dry, whereas a regular traditional hairspray, it's going to dry pretty quick in your hair. These take a minute to dry, but the hold is incredible. So I'm not mad at it. I think it works just as well, if not better, than a lot of the other hairsprays that I've used, and I really do enjoy this product. But yeah, it is an alcohol-free product. I'm not a chemist. I can't tell you really what most of these products are in here, but I know what I know. Anyway. So yeah, I left you off last week. I forgot to update you on what happened at the dentist while I do my skincare here. They had to take my crown. Oh yeah, and when I got there, guess what? They couldn't get the tooth out. That fell out. It started to fall out again later in the day, and I really pushed it back in place. And I guess it created a little suction, and it didn't want to come out when they tugged it. And like I could wiggle it with my tongue a little bit, but they couldn't get a grip of it to it out. So they had to use this sticky block stuff that I bit down on, and it kind of like, it was like a sticky tack type thing, and it popped it right out. It was pretty neat. But anyway, it's also, you know, my teeth are fairly small compared to what they used to be, so they're you know, just hard to grip, to pull out. And that was so funny. I think she was actually pulling the wrong tooth also, like trying to wiggle the wrong one. And they nubbed me because it's so sensitive underneath. I couldn't feel what tooth she was even trying to get out of my face. I couldn't tell when the tooth came out. I was like, did you get it? So I have a temporary in right now. So I have to be very, very careful for like 2 weeks until my crown comes back from the fellow who makes the crowns. I have to be very careful. I've already stained it completely because I drink coffee, so it's already like so discolored. That happened within a day of having it. So I'm trying not to smile much because it's like a weird color, and you can tell it's not my real tooth. But so far it hasn't fell out. It's a little wiggly. I have to be very, very careful eating. I can only chew on the one side. Just avoid that area. No biting into anything, because it is my canine here, and I've somehow managed not to knock it out of my sleep. I've been so like subconsciously so careful, I think, with not grinding my teeth because of it. Because I know it's gonna hurt if it falls out, for one thing, and I swear once they come out, like one falls out and you go back and get it put back in, it just never stays. Like, it's just one of those things. It should be 2 to 3 weeks before the tooth is ready to go back into my head. They sent it back to the guy who makes it. It's a local guy. He makes all the crowns and implants and fake teeth for, I don't know if he just does with this one dentist office or multiple ones, but it's just him. And he is the most lovely person. He's so sweet. And he is there when they put the new one in. And you can tell he gets like pure joy from seeing people get like new teeth and being happy. It's just, you can tell he's very rewarded by his job. So they sent the tooth over to him though, just to make sure there was no damage, like structural damage to it from me grinding. And to repair a little chip on it, they're going to kind of buff it. And they're going to shorten the tooth just a little bit so I don't knock it so often with my bottom teeth. But yeah, it'll be 2 to 3 weeks before that happens. They've made me like a preliminary appointment, you know, just in case, reserve a time should it be done by then. But they're going to call me if it gets done sooner. There's an update on that. No pain since. I didn't even have pain from where they did the shot to numb me. Usually that I find to be more painful after the fact than actually like having dental work. Is like wherever they do the shot, it like bruises and gets really sore. I didn't even feel it after the numbing wore off. Nothing. So that was great. I didn't even have to take anything. I would thought for sure I was going to at least take some Aleve or something. And I meant to take some before the numbing went off. But I forgot and I took a nap and I woke up and I felt fine. So anyways, let's go with some vitamin C here. I don't even like taking Aleve because it just makes my stomach not feel good. So I just usually deal with stuff until I absolutely can't stand it. But because of the tooth, I missed the EV Expo, which apparently I wasn't even going to be allowed to go to anyways because I'm not an employee, because it was an employee event, but they didn't specify that until my husband went to just go ahead and check in and everything while I was at the desk. It's only for employees, so I actually just didn't bother going back. I told him, like, you know, you can just go back and do what you want to do. They had like 10 different types of EVs to test out. They had the one from every company. They had like the Mercedes, the BMW. They had 6 Teslas. The Volt, the Mustang. I think they had one of the trucks. Like they had, he said, like a ton of them to try out, which he wasn't expecting. Honestly, I figured there was going to be like 2 mid-tier EVs there to look at. Didn't think they were going to have like Teslas or anything cool, but they had all the cool ones. But he did learn a lot about local infrastructure and what they're doing to kind of some of the green initiatives going on locally and what they're doing for EV cars. Like, I forgot how many millions, like I want to say like $75 million is going towards infrastructure here to create charge points. We have 3 Tesla brand charge points, and then we have, I think, 3 others that are just, I think the brand is called ChargePoint. So there's going to be some more getting put in, though, around the central Louisiana area, which is really nice. It's very cool. I was looking at just on the map, just seeing where the ones we have are. We do have one very close to us. The rest of them are all seem to be kind of in a cluster on the opposite side of town and very close to one another, so they're not very spaced out. Like 2 of them are at hotels. Actually, most of them are around like a hotel or something. So they're not like in like super convenient locations. Like say if you're just out getting gas, like if you were like just out and about and treating it as if you were going to go get gas, you would have to go to like a hotel parking lot and charge rather than just going to like a gas station or something. They're all kind of around the same area. mostly in kind of the more higher end part of town, the bougie part of town. That's where like all the new construction and stuff is, and anything fancy goes over there, which I like going to that part of town. It's not pretty, like it's nothing to look at, like it's very commercial, but there's some really nice restaurants over there and little shops and things. I just never make it over that direction very often because it's literally the opposite of where I live, like the opposite side of everything, and I don't go that direction very often unless I'm going to my doctor, who's over there. I'm doing some confidence in the cream right now. I just did my Dr. Jensker's under eye cream. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't get to go to that, but my husband got to go and learn a lot about future plans, and very promising stuff. Very exciting. So perhaps, yeah, it's nice to see good investments in our little city, because we're always so behind the times here. Like I've always said, like Louisiana's like 10 years behind on just about everything, and where I live is another 10 years behind. And even though it's not a small area, it just doesn't grow. Like it's just very stagnant, and it's always been stagnant. Yeah, it's nice to see that like they're trying to bring some future, like bring us up to current conditions in other cities, current infrastructure. It is nice, because I think I was talking the other day to one of my friends about how I feel like everything's just closing. Like all our big stores are shutting down, like Michael's craft store shutting down, or did shut down. I heard a rumor Hobby Lobby's shutting down, Tuesday Morning's closing. What else? Party City, Bed Bath & Beyond. A lot of these things I think are not just locally a thing. Like I know all the Bed Bath & Beyonds went out of business and stuff, but like our mall, for example, is just a black hole. Like there is nothing there. It is the most dead place. It has Pennies, and I think it still might have Hot Topic and Ulta, and that's it. Oh, and Dillard's. That's the only anchor stores, and it's just a depressing place to go. It really is. I haven't been there in like 2 years because there's no point going. Like even to go to Ulta, there's no point, because I can just go order it from online, or I can pick it up at Target. If it's drugstore, there's not enough draw for me to go to Ulta. Yeah, it seems like a lot of our bigger like things that have been here a long time though are closing. Like I don't know if it's on a national scale about the Michaels, or if it's just our Michaels that's gone out of business, but I know it's like the Bed Bath & Beyonds, they're all gone. I can't remember if it was the same for Party City, which does anybody really need a Party City type store? Like how often do you go there? Maybe once a year that there's somebody's having a birthday. I've never needed to go to that store. I've gone there, bought balloons once. Most of the time we would walk around in there just killing time, waiting for our table to be ready at Texas Roadhouse next door. It was just somewhere to walk around and like do something while you're waiting, because it was literally next door. I don't know what they're going to put there in its place, but I know in the Michaels they're actually putting a Ross, which I'm kind of excited about. Like I don't mind me a good trip to a Ross. I've gone to one a couple of times, like in other cities like Lafayette and out of town, and I've enjoyed it. To me it's like Marshall's but down a tier. Like it's stuff that Marshall's couldn't sell, so it moves down the line to Ross. Anyways, so then you have your Ross tier, and then below that is like Burke's. What is the other one called? Beals. They just opened that here. We had a Burke's and it turned into a Beals, in like a, is it Goodies? I think they call them that now. Where it's like a closeout store, but you can find some treasure there. I have found NARS products at the Burke's outlet by my house that like, it's a very hit or miss shopping experience. Like they may have some freaking treasures and you'll find some cool stuff, or it's just absolutely nothing, and it's different like every week what you'll find in there. But yeah, I found like brand new, like perfectly unopened, no one had messed with it, lipsticks from NARS, like the Audacious matte lipsticks, the lip pencils, eyeliners, tons of NARS products. They'll have Shiseido in there. And what I like about it is no one's opened it, no one's touched it. It's all like clean and pristine. And it's like $5. I think I got NARS stuff. Each one was like $4.99, $5.99, like crazy cheap. I mean, it's discontinued colors, but they were colors that I wanted and like some vampy dark, like almost black and brown lipsticks, and you know, just some fun stuff. And $5, not that much of an investment. It's kind of fun, and it's a unique shade. I bought an lip liner that looks just like Night Moth from MAC, but it's a NARS one. I don't know where it's at. It's over somewhere. It was one I got it for $4, and it's like, what? I've got my little to-do list here of what I need to get done today. I've got to take some product shots of items, and I've got 3 videos to film today. So yeah, and it's already noon, so I don't know if I'm gonna get to everything today. I'm gonna try. My stomach was very unhappy, so that also put a bit of a damper on things this morning. I do need to go ahead and get like my complexion on, because I'm not filming anything involving that. I'm just doing a video about some eyeshadow, and then I run down my favorite warm blushes from the drugstore, or not even from the drugstore, just warm blushes in general, and some empties. So yeah, it's pretty fun little lineup of things to do. Other than that, we don't have a whole lot going on this week. I don't think. I can't remember what I'm up to this week other outside of work. We'll see. But anyways, Mother's Day was such a lovely day. Like, it was just a good day. We spent the entire day, like, I love that when we spent just like, not just go for lunch and stay a couple hours, but like stay the whole day. I love doing that, and just spend quality time with my husband's family. I love his family so much. They're like the family that you wish you had, type of thing. That sounds bad, but it's true. But they're like just that perfect, warm, loving family. They're just so pleasant to be around, and so fun, and just enjoyable time. So we stayed most day. We brought Pumpkin. Pumpkin had a blast. She got to play in the grass. She got to roll around in some dirt. She got to roll on some dead worms. Just do all her crazy pumpkin things. She got to snuggle in her favorite blanket on their couch. She got to have hugs and all the attention, and snuck some barbecue. She had a good day, and she was tuckered out. Like, that afternoon, while we were still there, she started grumping at me because she wanted to go, she wanted a nap. So we had to go sit on the couch so she could take a nap. But yeah, that was just a really nice day. But they have a really good return policy on like work boots and stuff. Hopefully it extends this far out, and they'll let him exchange them at least for like some store credit or something. I don't know, because it's been a while. I don't even know where the receipt is. Hopefully he has it in his wallet. Oh, another thing. I was watching Architectural Digest. You know, they do their home tour videos and stuff. They were touring RuPaul's house. It is exactly what I pictured RuPaul's house to be. Elegant with a touch of whimsy. It is maximalism done right. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I would live there in a heartbeat. I love it so much. And just it's so thoughtful. Like, it's gorgeous. And just listening to RuPaul talk about basically anything, to me, is just beautiful. Like, I am forever convinced that RuPaul is one of the best people on this planet. And you can't change my mind about that. Like, I truly think he is just a kind, beautiful, sweet person that is just full of love. And is so inspirational to listen to. And just makes you feel good. Like, he's very encouraging, and I don't know. He's always been like somebody who's been a bit of an idol to me since I was little. I mean little. I'm talking catching a glimpse of him in the B-52's Love Shack video before anybody really knew who he was. And then seeing him in Tu Wong Fu. And then he had a talk show on VH1 way back in the day. I mean, I was little. And my mom would let me stay up and watch it. And I know it wasn't a kid-friendly show. because it was a late night show. But she always trusted me with like watching stuff like that to use my own discretion what was appropriate. I was one of those weird kids that you could let watch something that wasn't made for kids and know what was appropriate for me to say. And I don't know, I had good discretion, like as a kid, because I was very adult acting. Like I was a very mature acting child, so I think it was kind of hard to only let me watch like kid-friendly stuff because I don't know. Anyways, my mom would let me stay up late and watch RuPaul. And I don't, of course, you know, most of the jokes and stuff probably went right over my head. I don't know. And I have no real memory of the content itself. But I just remember loving RuPaul so much. Ever since I was a kid, though, I've looked up to RuPaul. And then when Drag Race started, I was so happy. And just, I could listen to him just talk for hours about like just life and just the pure kindness that comes from his words. And just sweetness and just positivity and love and hope. And listening to him speak about his home was so just heartwarming. And you listen to it, you're like, yes. You can't convince me there's not a better person on this planet than RuPaul at this point. That is just pure of heart, good person. I'm surprised my hair is not a complete frizz ball because I haven't washed it since Mother's Day. And I've brushed it. And it actually looks kind of nice. I don't know, I guess I used the right amount of product in it. And I thought for sure it was just going to be a frizz ball. But thankfully, it's worked out. So, okay, I'm going to put a little dry shampoo in. I'll do a little Olaplex. Oh, I guess I can talk about this now since this video is not going to go up until after the fact. I'm actually planning a surprise birthday for my husband. I'm doing it way out past his birthday, so he's not going to suspect it. Like, his birthday's today. He's turned 40 today. Yeah, I know. We're getting up there. 40. So I'm doing him a party next week at a local bar. A karaoke birthday party. And all I'm going to say to him is, we're just going to make like some dinner plans with friends. You know, just like our close little small circle of friends. Like just, basically it's just going to be like my friend Lila and my friend Erin. Because Erin's going to be coming to visit anyway. And we kind of scheduled it like, oh, he's just coming in town to visit. But me and him have been in the background talking about sneaky stuff. And so we're going to go to my husband's favorite restaurant, which is a Mexican restaurant by our house. And then one of us is going to be like, hey, you want to just go grab a drink on the way home? Since this bar is also like a block from our house. And it's going to be a Friday night and they're going to have karaoke. I'm like, oh yeah. And when he gets there, I've invited everyone. Everyone. Well, Lila technically did that. She made the little event page. And she went ahead and did that part. But like invite family, friends. And he's going to be so surprised. And his mom bought him a new outfit for it. And she was like, oh no, I just want to get you a new outfit for your birthday. You know, just get you some new clothes. But she's like, to me, she's like, it's for him to wear to a surprise party. And I think his sister's going to come up. At least one of his sisters is coming up. And yeah, I want it to be just a really good surprise for him. And I'm excited about it. I'm so excited because he thinks ain't nothing going on. Or we're just going to go grab dinner like we usually do when his friend's in town. Like we used to do when Erin's in town, like not a big deal. And then he's going to walk in and there's going to be everybody there. And Lila's going to go early and decorate a table. She got a centerpiece There's a big 40 on it. She got little gag gifts and little party hats, like all the silly stuff. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited about it. Because I've been racking my brain for a year what to do for him for his 40th birthday. That I could get done without him knowing about it, right? Like, I can't buy him a present. We have a shared bank account. It narcs on me. You know, every time one of us uses the card, it emails the other one and tells them, you know, the purchase and stuff. So you can't, like, surprise. Because when he sees, like, a purchase at a certain, he's going to know it's for him, right? Like, or he's going to be like, what did you buy? You know, it's hard to, like, sneaky get presents for one another in this modern era when our bank accounts narc on one another. Especially if you have a shared account. That's, you know, it always sends the email when you spent money somewhere. It's real hard to surprise anybody with that. And, well, I could have used my PayPal. Shit. Just thought of that. Oh, well, it's too late now. So she went and got, like, some party supplies, though, because it would definitely have looked suspicious if the bank account showed purchases at Spencer's at, like, Party City. Because he's like, what'd you get at Spencer's? Nothing? Like, how sus does that look? I don't know. And he knows I never shop at Spencer's for anything. Like, anywho, I'm going to go ahead and get my videos done for the day. And I will check in with y'all later. Bye.